What does a scientist need artificial intelligence for? Well, at the root of science is understanding. And so the question becomes, what can a scientist learn from artificial intelligence? My name is Emily Stark, and I'm a psychologist studying the formalization of olfaction, or more simply, the sense of smell. I have artificial intelligence models that take in information about a smell and process it in ways I hope to be similar to how a biological organism would process that smell. To make this comparison, I need to pit my AI against something living, and being here at FAU allows me access to those studying olfaction in aquatic life, specifically clear-nosed skates. We have readings from skates' olfactory organs, or their noses, in response to different olfactory stimuli. Specifically, we look at 20 different amino acids. We can analyze these results to figure out which amino acids elicited similar responses in the skates, or in other words, which smells smelled similar to skates. That's all well and good, but what about artificial intelligence? The model I use is called a transformer network, and it rules in natural language processing. Imagine you want to translate from English to French. The simplest method would go word for word, and that would work for a while. But then you might end up trying to say, I am warm, and end up talking about a whole different kind of heat. So instead, the transformer network takes in the whole sentence, and it translates it into this hidden embedding where it stores an abstract representation of the input. So in this case, it would store the meaning of the word. The network would then decode this embedding into the correct target output. In this study, instead of going from English to French, we translate between different ways that you can name the same amino acid. To do this successfully, the model had to learn amino acid structures, amino acid functions, and other properties we might not even have a formalization for yet. All of this information is stored in that hidden embedding, and that's what we compare to the olfactory organ. So we look at how different these hidden embeddings are across all pairs of amino acids, and this tells us which amino acids the model reacts similarly to. We compare these similarities with the similarities in the skate's olfactory responses to see if they're correlated. In fact, they were, which tells us that our artificial intelligence was able to mimic the biological olfaction. Now here's the crazy part. We didn't tell our model what properties to learn. This model had no input from us scientists. Instead, we're using this approach to no longer restrict ourselves to established categorizations that may or may not be useful. Essentially, we're able to learn about biological olfaction from artificial intelligence.